What's good, everybody? You rocking with your boys are all rights reserved. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell beside if you're new. Rock with us. This is Commenter Nation, hashtag Commenter Nation. That's over every video that has been listed for weeks now, so that you're able to understand. Shout to Susan Yu. And the link below is a GoFundMe that I've actually had open for a few weeks now. I want to give a shout out to Susan Yu because not only was she the first donator, and not only did she donate today, but she's pledged to donate $100 per month so that I'm able to reach this goal, because she watches the contents consistently. So if you're a consistent watcher of Zara Rights Reserved, please commit to donate. The faster I reach my goal, the more content you'll see. My goal is to have content uploading like television, so you're able to turn on your phone and consistently have a video to watch. And so you're satisfied with different subjects. That's why I'm addressing commenter subjects as I'm about to do now. Theo Kalidoze was my first person I talked on something he had, and I plan to, if he has more comments, do this. Guys, if you don't like PayPal and you don't like to donate to that, hit up the GoFundMe and help me reach my goal so that I'm able to consistently focus on what I'm trying to do and delivering content to you. It will be not only consistent, but specific. You're able to ask questions and I'll read your question. If I don't have the answer, I'll do the research. If I haven't read a book or something that you mentioned, a movie, I'll watch the movie and I'll do those things so that I'm able to specifically address what it is you want to know. That is the type of YouTuber I am. Right now, there are no YouTubers that are operating that way. If they are out there, I haven't seen them. And I've been watching YouTube consistently since 2013, before I even started uploading. So I've been watching everybody. You can name a YouTuber. I sat there and watched them, and I watch what they do. So that is why I move how I move and I operate how I operate. Hit that GoFundMe, hit that PayPal, help us reach the goal so that we're able to consistently grow. Right now, the focus is the GoFundMe. You'll go to the link down below. It's in the description. And now I'm going to get into a comment Eula Freeman made about the mastermind. You see, what Eula Freeman said, do I think the mastermind has been watching my channel and watching your comments and the videos? Yes, I think the mastermind has. I also have an idea of a poster that may have been linked to the mastermind, if not the mastermind. I'm not going to put that out there because, again, I respect Commenter Nation. Whoever the mastermind is, obviously, I'm objective. So I enjoy your viewership and I enjoy you interacting with us. You're part of us at this moment, until, I guess, whatever they do would get you mixed into the situation. But in my viewpoint, you're part of this nation. I don't object to no one being a part of it. Everybody that hits that subscribe button and that bell joins Commenter Nation once you drop your comment. And that's just what it is. That's how this channel works. We don't object to anybody. We don't kick anybody out. I don't look at your lifestyle or what you're doing and say you can't be a part of what we're doing here, because everybody has a perspective, point of view to offer. Sometimes I read your comments and it helps me to think differently. I may look at myself like, man, I really wasn't being fair when I said or thought that way. And that's part of what Commenter Nation is. We're not putting anybody on the outside. Matter of fact, we are the outcasts that are learning to work our way in. So we're fighting our way back in to understanding and perspective that dominates the overall perspective of everyone else who has ever downed us, who's ever looked down on what we think, who's ever said that what we think and how we feel doesn't make sense with the reality of what they think it is, because we have our own opinions. The mastermind, listen, if they set up this situation and they've done things how they've done it so far, you can automatically presume that, yes, they've been on this channel. The reason I say it is because there was a buzz around this channel that made it to Jamaica. So once this hit that Jamaican website, I saw the things they were saying about Cleo and stuff. I'm sure they saw those comments because they had to have some ties to a Jamaican outlet in order for this topic to even reach there, for my channel to reach there. So there was a reason behind everything. Again, I'm pretty sure I seen comments that were from them because I read every comment, but I'm not putting a name out there or someone or subjecting it, because I can even be wrong about that. But it's the content and what they said and how they made their comment that made me to believe this. And I do not have any hatred towards them making their comments, because they're a human being too that gets to speak. Again, these suspects are lawyered up. In this situation, Dedrick D. Williams has a chance now, because I told you Michael Boatwright, his stance could have either brought some type of good way if everyone else remained not lawyered up. But the fact they're making chances to lawyer up, he's now going to get the mastermind charges if this happens, especially since they found the evidence in that car. It's all about probable cause of what actually could have occurred. And if he was mentioned in the case to have probably done it, and then I go find all the evidence in your car that was committed to the murder, now you're it's like a open and shut case right there. And that's what investigators are going to move with, because I told you they wasted a lot of time doing other things, and they know they need a conviction. They can't let this go as a cold case, especially because it's in the headlines, Miami Herald. It's all over the world right now. This was a world-renowned artist. You guys got to understand, this was a top Billboard artist. They're not going to let this slide. They can't. The pressure on their back is like when you sit on a horse or a camel and they're kicking you like, go, go. That's the pressure that's on their back. So you got to keep that in mind when this examination is happening. So yes, the mastermind has interacted with our commenter nation. I know that for a fact. But do I know exactly who it was because I've seen different comments? No. And do I really care about that? Not really. Because I understand that there's many factors that played out into this. And because it's their duty, it's their job down there to do investigations, and they get paid. Some of them get paid crazy money to do this, and they couldn't do it right. That's not my fault. That's all how they considered to handle it. Now, that's the problem. That's the problem with privilege in those type of situations. See, privilege isn't just race-based. Privilege is based on networking and who you know and what you're able to accomplish. The privilege that they enacted to these men to be investigators, because they may have known someone, they may have had connections. They didn't investigate whether they were talented, whether they had a knack for doing this. These guys just said to themselves, oh, I'm an investigator. And they just ran and messed the investigation up. They didn't even follow the basics on scene. Down to the point they were probably on lunch, and that's why they showed up late, allegedly. So I don't have any answer for if these guys did the investigation right and to what their community works as, or whether they're even going to be reprimanded for it. All I can say is, yes, Eula Freeman, I do believe the mastermind has been on my channel. I do believe I've interacted with the mastermind, speaking to them in the comments only. And with the evidence that I had behind the scenes, I do believe that I was seeing a clear vision on what the details and understanding of this type of situation was. So, to make a long story short about that, we may be commenter nation with the masterminds. We may be, but they're still a part of the community. I'm not ousting them for that. I'm not going to treat someone differently because I think they're a mastermind. But what I will say is that I think we had very good conversation as a unit, all commenters, on this whole incident. And it's only going to help other incidents we discuss to become stronger. This was basically a practice run for all of us for when we get into other topics, how we're able to handle them, how we're able to analyze it. We can make comparisons back to this situation. We can even take some of the feats of the mastermind and apply them to other characteristics of a situation to personally identify a clear mastermind. So after this situation, we won't have trouble identifying a mastermind because this mastermind was a pro. That's to say the least. We can see that this person had everything figured out. And I think that's what makes a brighter commenter nation. That's what we are. You know, a lot of YouTubers name you after them. Like, I even started out with that. I was guilty of that. Czar's commenter. I don't do that. We're commenter nation because there is no other commenter nation of any YouTuber that interacts like us, nor any YouTuber that interacts with you guys as I do. That's what I bring to the forefront, because I know that there's no channel and there's no support that's made up without commenters. You see, that's the golden part of me understanding YouTube. I saw over years, we who make comments make the channel, regardless of how large the channel is, how many subscribers, how much money they roll in, because it's not about that. I plan to build a decent sized team, people that I can work with, even if I can't get a person freelance that was a commenter, that is a commenter, to help me do research at one given point in time. I want to be an empire that employs my commenters to find out things so I'm able to deliver information. How can I do that if I can't build trust with my commenters, and my commenters can't trust in me and watch me build things from the ground up? I built this from 0 subscribers, just making it from the ground up, interacting with other people who were in the business, networking, and you'll see them in iconic channels. And iconic channels, those are literally the channels and people that I've interacted with to learn and grow myself. So that is why I have respect for those channels. So check out my iconic channels. Check out my related channels. They are all basically empires in this YouTube thing. So they already see the value in what we're bringing to the table. I wanted to note that because that's why Commenter Nation is a big part of this. In the description below, support the GoFundMe so that I'm able to get things started and off the ground. I can get my business running. I already have a commenter I work with that's going to help me get things going as far as the business side of everything. So hit the GoFundMe, hit the PayPal. Let's get this running so we can bring the best content YouTube has ever seen to the platform. I thank everyone for rocking with me. Be a part of this. Support the channel. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.